Today we have interesting content about KFC restaurant on this channel that will surprise you. So please subscribe our channel and like the video if you found the video interesting. You are going to be surprised by what you hear at the end of this video, so please stay with us until the end of the video. KFC Corporation, doing business as KFC, also commonly referred to by its historical name Kentucky Fried Chicken, is an American fast food restaurant chain that specializes in fried chicken. Headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, it is the world's second largest restaurant chain, as measured by sales, after McDonald's, with over 30,000 locations globally in 150 countries as of April 2024. The chain is a subsidiary of Yum! Brands, a restaurant company that also owns the Pizza Hut and Taco Bell chains. Now let's see who founded KFC. Colonel Harland David Sanders, September 9, 1890 to December 16, 1980, was an American businessman and founder of fast food chicken restaurant chain Kentucky Fried Chicken, also known as KFC. He later acted as the company's brand ambassador and symbol. His name and image are still symbols of the company. Harland Sanders was born in 1890 and raised on a farm outside Henryville, Indiana, near Louisville, Kentucky. When Sanders was 5 years old, his father died, forcing his mother to work at a canning plant. This left Sanders, as the eldest son, to care for his two younger siblings. After he reached 7 years of age, his mother taught him how to cook. After leaving the family home at the age of 13, Sanders passed through several professions with mixed success. In 1930, Sanders took over a Shell filling station on U.S. Route 25 just outside North Corbin, Kentucky, a small town on the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. It was here that he first served to travelers the recipes that he had learned as a child: fried chicken and other dishes such as steaks and country ham. After 4 years of serving from his own dining room table, Sanders purchased the larger filling station on the other side of the road and expanded to 6 tables. By 1936, this had proven successful enough for Sanders to be given the honorary title of Kentucky Colonel by Governor Ruby Laffoon. In 1937 he expanded his restaurant to 142 seats and added a motel he purchased across the street, naming it Sanders Court V Cafe. So far, if you enjoyed the content of this channel, I want you to subscribe our channel and like the video. Sanders was unhappy with the 35 minutes it took to prepare his chicken in an iron frying pan, but he refused to deep fry the chicken, which he believed lowered the quality of the product. If he pre-cooked the chicken in advance of orders, there was sometimes wastage at day's end. In 1939, the first commercial pressure cookers were released onto the market, mostly designed for steaming vegetables. Sanders bought one and modified it into a pressure fryer, which he then used to fry chicken. The new method reduced production time to be comparable with deep frying while, in the opinion of Sanders, retaining the quality of pan-fried chicken. In July 1940, Sanders finalized what came to be known as his original recipe of 11 herbs and spices. Although he never publicly revealed the recipe, he said the ingredients included salt and pepper and that the rest stand on everybody's shelf. After being recommissioned as a Kentucky colonel in 1950 by Governor Lawrence Weatherby, Sanders began to dress the part, growing a goatee, wearing a black frock coat, later switched to a white suit, and a string tie and referring to himself as the Colonel. His associates went along with the title change, jokingly at first and then in earnest, according to biographer Josh Ozersky. In 1964, Sanders sold KFC to a group of investors led by John Y. Brown Jr. and Jack C. Massey for $2 million, around $17 million in 2020. The contract included a lifetime salary for Sanders and the agreement that he would be the company's quality controller and trademark. The chain had reached 3,000 outlets in 48 countries by 1970. In July 1971, Brown sold the company to the Connecticut-based Hoobline, a packaged food and drinks corporation, for $285 million, around $1.8 billion in 2020. Sanders died in 1980, his promotional work making him a prominent figure in American cultural history. By the time of his death, there were an estimated 6,000 KFC outlets in 48 countries worldwide, with $2 billion worth of sales annually. Sanders was diagnosed with acute leukemia in June 1980. He died at Jewish Hospital in Louisville of pneumonia 6 months later, on December 16, at the age of 90. Sanders had remained active until the 6th month before his death, appearing in his white suit to crowds. His body was laid in state in the rotunda of the Kentucky State Capitol in Frankfort after a funeral service at the Southern Baptist Theological Seminary Chapel, which was attended by more than 500 people. His body was also displayed in an open casket during a memorial service that was held at KFC's headquarters in Louisville. About 1,000 to 1,200 people attended the service. Sanders was buried in his characteristic white suit and black western string tie in Cave Hill Cemetery in Louisville. And now let's get to the facts. Family: he was the son of a farming family and was exposed to economic difficulties from an early age. Education: due to financial difficulties, Sanders was unable to pursue a higher formal education and dropped out at the age of 16. Early jobs: he worked in a variety of jobs, including working on the railroad and as a gas station attendant. Spice formula: Sanders managed to create a formula for his chicken seasoning that included 11 types of spices and herbs, and this secret contributed to his success. The first KFC branches were quickly established in the United States and then in other countries. Famous person: Kenneth Saunders became famous for his hat and white clothes and became the face of the KFC brand. Retirement age: at the age of 65, he decided to travel as a retiree, but left the KFC brand to others. Menu expansion: he added other dishes to the KFC menu in addition to fried chicken, which helped diversify the brand. Special traditions: in some countries, such as Japan, KFC is known as a Christmas tradition. Formula preservation: KFC's seasoning formula is still a closely guarded secret. Memorial: the memory of Kenneth Saunders and his impact on the fast food industry remains etched in our minds. And the last fact: When Sanders painted a sign directing people to a Shell station, the very same one where he first started selling his fried chicken, it riled up the owner of a nearby gas station, Matt Stewart, who promptly painted over it. Sanders painted back over it, and it wasn't long before Stewart headed back to the sign to cover it back up. As soon as Sanders heard his rival was painting over his sign for a second time, he and two colleagues decided to catch them in the act. A gunfight ensued, which killed one of Sanders' co-workers. Sanders shot Stewart in the shoulder. Entrepreneur reports. He even wanted to commit murder for his business. So far, if you enjoyed the content of this channel, I want you to subscribe our channel and like the video. Now, what do you think was the reason for Kenneth Saunders' success? If you like this video, write to us in the comments section what you would like the next video to be about. Thank you for supporting us and don't forget to subscribe the channel.